We have just gotten a brand new teaser trailer finally for Toy Story 5. I cannot believe we're saying this. So today we're going to be analysing that trailer and seeing if we can work out anything that is going to be happening in Toy Story 5. But before we go any further, please make sure that you've clicked the red subscribe button down below and have your notifications turned on. I'm actually so excited that we finally have a teaser trailer. I feel like we're hearing so much stuff about Toy Story 5 recently, and it's coming out next year, so I cannot wait. We begin here with a post worker with a bunch of parcels with a box labeled special delivery. Obviously it's from this company Ship It. I don't think that appears anywhere else in the Pixar universe, but it must be a new delivery company and it's a special delivery. This to me clearly is going to have our new tech toy lily pad, who we've heard a lot about, who is going to be the villain for this film. If you don't know, Toy Story 5 is all about toys versus technology, playing on Gen Alpha's obsession with technology and how lots of kids nowadays are not playing with toys, they're instead playing with their phones. And so this film is going to be delving into that concept. Ooh, I'm already getting excited as to see what on earth is in this box. So it's confirmation there. We hear Bonnie's mum. This is definitely still going to be about Bonnie. So it's not going to be like another Toy Story film where we've switched owners like between 3 and 4. It is instead very much still Bonnie, and we're still dealing with Bonnie with her toys. Now, I wonder what age Bonnie is going to be. I've heard that she might be around 8 years old in this film, which makes sense for the age of when you'd start using technology over something like toys. And so obviously the toys are going to be worried that they're not going to be played with because the technology is in. We've seen that before, similar in Toy Story 3, where the toys are worried they aren't getting played with because Andy has grown up. Now they're facing an even bigger threat when the child is still young. Special delivery, this is definitely Bonnie's room. We can see her painting, we can see her clip and her slippers. I think with this painting and stuff definitely suggests that she is a bit older than what we saw in Toy Story 4. Oh, so we've got our first look of Rex and Slinky. They're shivering, they're a bit worried as to what on earth is inside this box. And let's take a look around at the scenery that we can see. First thing that I'm noticing is this glass habitat with the name Sammy on it. Now, originally I thought maybe Bonnie is potentially going to have a younger sibling, which could make sense in this film, but of course that hasn't been confirmed yet because there is a new toy that is joining the toys of technology, which is called Smarty Pants. Now, obviously, Bonnie is too old for a potty trainer, so I think definitely Bonnie might be getting a younger sibling, maybe a younger boy. Potentially, his name is Sammy, so maybe that's why we're getting a potty trainer toy. If you want to see a full video about that, you can go and click the card somewhere up there. But then again, because this is in a glass tank and it looks like a cage for where a lizard might be staying or a snake, maybe potentially this is Sammy, the name of Bonnie's pet, for example. Slinky and Rex look incredible. I think the animation already is looking amazing here. And we can see Bonnie's room has definitely upgraded since Toy Story 4. We've got these drawers appearing, showing that she's definitely growing up. She's becoming more mature. She's becoming more like an 8-year-old rather than a 6-year-old or below. And you can see the toys are looking terrified at what on earth is in this box. We've got Forky returning, good to know that he is back, and of course his girlfriend, who Bonnie created at the end of Toy Story 4 in the post-credits, if you forgot that had happened. And we can see pictures of Bonnie's bag. It has been upgraded since Toy Story 4. So we do have the potato heads. Now this is a big deal because unfortunately the actors of both Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head have passed away. And in Toy Story 4, the actor of Mr. Potato Head had also passed away. What they did at Pixar is they used his previous recordings that he'd done for Toy Story 1 through 3 and used that to voice him in Toy Story 4. That's why he has a lot less lines in that film. I have a feeling they're going to be doing the same thing here since this is confirmed that both of them are now in the film. But if you want to see about how the potato heads could be used considering both their actors have passed away, you can go and click a card somewhere up there that will explain all about that. I mean, if that doesn't just show you how scared these toys are of this technology. Mr. Potato Head is having to remove Mrs. Potato Head's eyes. She always seems to get her eyes removed in these films. Maybe this is actually hinting that at some point in this film, we're going to have an example of Mrs. Potato Head using her eye away from her body like she's done for the past 2 films now. We've got the confirmation of Jessie returning, and she is of course joined by Bullseye. Jessie is of course now the sheriff of the toys after Woody passed on the badge to her at the end of Toy Story 4, so she is definitely more of the leader now. The Age of Toys. Oh, we've got all of the aliens appearing. Is over. Yep. That is what this is about. There is no hope for the toys now because technology is here. And we've got our first look at Lilypad. This is, of course, the new so-called villain for this film. Now, the film is, of course, technology is the villain, and we also have an army of Buzz Lightyear technology toys that are also going to be the villain as well, that have been leaked in promotional photos. Now, what's really interesting here is we can see a little glimpse of what Bonnie is going to look like. As you can see, she's got slightly longer hair and definitely more mature hands than a smaller child would have. So in that case, that is to me suggesting that she is definitely more grown up here. She looks probably about 8, 9, 10, I think. And again, that would make sense as to when you would get a Lilypad technology iPad. Let's play. Yes, Lilypad is going to do everything she can in her power to make sure that the kid only ever plays with technology and not the toys. And there's the confirmation that we have of Woody and Buzz being back together. The confirmation that Woody is definitely returning to this film. Now, obviously, this is a teaser trailer, so I don't think any of these scenes of them looking worried at this box opening is actually going to happen in the film. This is very similar to the teaser trailer that they did for Toy Story 4, which literally had all of the characters holding hands, swinging around up in the clouds. So I don't think this is actually happening in the film. This has all been made purely for promotional material. But what this does mean is that somehow Woody has to return in order to get back to the toys. And maybe he returns through technology destroying all toys across the country. If you want to find out more about how Woody could potentially return, there'll be a link down below in the description, or you can go and click the card somewhere up there. Only in theaters, June 2026. And let's have a look at the description that Pixar has said with this trailer. In this teaser, fans are introduced to the new character Lilypad, a high-tech frog-shaped smart tablet voiced by Greta Lee from the movies of Past Lives, The Morning Show, Tron, Ares, that makes Buzz, Woody, Jessie, and the rest of the gang's job exponentially harder when they have to go head-to-head with the all-new threat to playtime. Tom Hanks returns as the ever-loyal cowboy Woody, Tim Allen reports for duty as Buzz Lightyear, and Joan Cusack saddles up again as the rootin' tootin' cowgirl Jessie. It was recently announced that Conan O'Brien will also be a part of the voice cast as the toilet training tech toy Smarty Pants. That was the toy that I was discussing before. Now, interestingly, we've seen a lot of the characters there, including the Potato Heads, who we weren't sure were returning, but there was no sign of Ham, who is a vital character and is one of the main toys throughout every single film. I don't know whether they just decided to not add him in here because he's not as relevant in the film, but I'm pretty sure he'll still be in this film, because if he's not, that will be a real loss. And I think, if anything, they have to make sure that Ham remains in this film because he's one of the most iconic characters. So I really hope he's just not here for this teaser trailer for some reason, but will appear in the film. But what do you guys think about this teaser trailer? I am so excited for Toy Story 5. Let me know any theories that you have down below in the comments. And as always, we've been here on Gate of Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.